everybody. Welcome back to For Time with Myriad. I am Coach Anna, and I am joined today by our newest member of the team. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Dion Payne. I'm so happy to be here at Myriad. Glad to be a part of the team. Everybody is so caring, so much fun to be around, and I can't wait to meet you all and help you all have fun as well.
I didn't even pay him to say that. So I am so excited to chat with you today. Let's start off just a little bit about where you're from and what kind of brought you to Indianapolis.
Okay, so originally I am from Louisiana. I spent the past 2 years in Dallas, Texas, which it's a bit of a jump to go from Dallas, Texas to Indiana, obviously, but so it started off to where my girlfriend just decided, you know, she's going to take a job down here, and I figured, why not apply myself?
Yeah.
So once I got selected, I just figured there'd be no better opportunity than here once I got to meet you all. So.
Yes, I love that. So as someone who is in Louisiana and then Dallas, have you seen snow before?
I have.
Okay, so we've seen snow. It won't be too much of a shock when that comes. Are you excited for winter?
I am. I feel like we have different types of snow experiences.
Yeah.
Mine more so the ground would freeze over and everybody be slipping. It's mostly ice than snow, but it'd be fun. We
don't get too crazy. I'm from Michigan originally, so the snow there is different from the snow here, but you'll probably see more of it than where you were. So tell me a little bit about your fitness background. Did you play sports growing up? What kind of got you into movement, and how has that evolved with time?
Okay, so originally I started off getting into martial arts. I started off in Kung Fu, and then I was just really, really scrawny, and my brother wanted to help me put some muscle on, gain some size, so he taught me how to weightlift, and that's what I first started. Just regular weightlifting, bodybuilding, if you will.
How old were you in that kind of when you were doing Kung Fu and getting into weightlifting?
When I started Kung Fu, I believe I was 13.
Okay.
Whenever 2011 was. But so at some point, my brother just decided he wanted me to gain some size, and I didn't know anything about that world.
Yeah.
So I went from 148 to 186 training with him alone.
Dang, your brother's got some skills too.
He does. That helped me a lot. And I started powerlifting in that time span as well. I've done powerlifting for 4 years. I played football for 4 years. And it just really kind of helped me grow in the aspect of learning about fitness that way.
Very cool. Is that still stuff that you do? Are you still involved in martial arts? What does your fitness look like today?
Okay.
What you do for working out?
Of course. So I still definitely train in martial arts right now. I'm training in Krav Maga, Kung Fu, Wing Chun. I'm also training in MMA and Jiu Jitsu, but I just got into that recently.
Okay.
So that's something I'm definitely having fun with.
Cool. Tell me a little bit about that's all how you how your fitness is expressed, but what kind of got you into the side of coaching other people?
Okay, so coaching other people because my brother, when he trained me, I didn't have as much confidence as I do now in myself, and especially, trying to exude that into other people. So whenever he taught me that I can build myself and make myself look better, it helped me want to help other people feel that same level of confidence, because that was something that was hard for me to build. But now that I have it, I'm impressed with it, and I can help other people impress themselves in the mirror, if you will.
That's really awesome. I love when people kind of take how fitness helped them and then give back to the community, because there is so much to be gained. What has been kind of your biggest impressions since being at Myriad, seeing kind of how classes go? What have been your thoughts and what you're excited about hopping into things here?
Okay, I'm excited to bring my history and my experience of the way I've been coached, because that stuck with me. All my coaches stick with me personally. I still check on them today. And just the way that they coached me, I'm so excited to bring that to Myriad, because the explosiveness, the sprawls, the running in place, everything is just A skips, B skips. It's all amazing ways to work out. Starting off dynamic, going into static. It's just, I feel like that's something that I'm excited to bring.
Bringing a little different style, different warm-ups. I love that about our team, having so many different backgrounds. You know, one person I feel like I talk about a lot in that category is like Jason, as someone who has his gymnastics background. He coaches things very differently from how I coach things, just because we have a very different background, and I think you're going to be someone bringing in kind of all new things as well. Tell me a little bit more. So that's a lot of stuff about your fitness life. What do you do outside of fitness? Like, what are the things you like to do to unwind, your hobbies, like outside of the gym?
Okay, so outside of the gym, and this excludes martial arts as well. So.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Outside of the gym, I do more gym.
Okay, so hiking is something that I love to do personally.
Okay.
I really love to just get outside in nature. Whether I'm sitting out there, whether I'm hiking, I love being outside. Animals is also a big part of my heart. I love being with animals. I like goats personally. They do a thing for me. Also, I love animals. Animals is something that I would give a big part of my life to.
Okay.
So going to the zoo, aquarium, all of that, those are my things.
Yes. Okay, so you mentioned hiking. Have you been able to do any hiking here in Indianapolis? Yeah. Okay, where have you been?
I've been to Harrison Trace so far.
Okay.
And that's a trail to where it's countless amounts of miles you can walk. There's a lot of evil geese out there, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
They're hissing at us.
So into animals, but not geese. I feel that. Okay, cool. With animals, so you mentioned goats. Do you have other animals you're super into, or do you have any pets? Or if you don't, what's your like dream to have?
Actually, technically, I do have a pet. It's my sister's dog, but I took the most care of it, so I claimed that dog. But anyways, so when it comes to pets, I would really love a monkey.
Okay.
But I don't think we can have monkeys as pets.
I feel like that is probably a tough one.
Yeah.
But, you know, Ross did it on Friends, so perhaps Marcel 2.0 for you, Dion.
Maybe, that would be fun.
Okay, cool. Speaking of Friends, what about like shows, movies, music? What kind of those things are you into?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with shows and movies. I like something that's more thrilling.
Okay.
So if I start from, let's say, American Horror Story, or something I just started watching that recently, by the way. But something that's kind of supernatural.
Okay.
Like Teen Wolf.
Yes.
Somewhere around that aspect. But those are my types of shows, types of movies, types of music I'm into. My favorite artist actually doesn't make music anymore.
No.
It's Kanye West. So, yeah, for obvious reasons. But that's the music that I'm into. I'm also into like some meditation, relaxation style music whenever I just want to be out in nature.
Very cool.
I don't know if any of y'all ever played video games, but if you ever heard of Skyrim before, that's my soundtrack for sitting outside in nature and just kind of relaxing. Yeah.
Very cool. I'm not much of a video game person, and also, unfortunately, I cannot talk to you about thrillers because I am a huge scaredy cat. So you'll have to just tell me what happens, and that'll be fine. Okay. So you mentioned being into like meditative soundtracks. Have you done any yoga?
I haven't done any yoga, but I'm definitely interested in learning some yoga.
Hopping into it here.
Yes. I've just done some meditations on my own, just kind of, focusing on my breathing and my thoughts and all.
That's really awesome. Anything else that you want the community to know, like big things that you want to share about yourself, or messages to the community as you're getting ready to really hop in here in the next few weeks?
Okay, so I do plan on bringing not only a football, powerlifting, aspect, but also maybe a little bit of a military aspect as well. There'll be some techniques to warm up the muscles that I learned from the military.
Yeah.
Also some that I learned from powerlifting and football, and just going to bring some big key ideas from those different aspects of my life.
Well, I'm super excited to see how your background comes into your coaching, and excited for our members to get some new variety in their fitness as well. So thanks so much for joining me today.
Of course.
3, 2, 1 time.
Let's do it again.
Welcome, Dion.